If there is something that has been bothering me for the longest time on this land, is the weeds that keep on growing. Like, we've been cleaning and cleaning for the longest time, and they keep on. Look at this. The last time we even had to hire a tractor to come clean it up, but they still keep on growing. So what is the solution to this problem that I'm facing? Hello everybody, this is your good Dr. Caroline, a professional medical doctor, passionate about poultry farming and striving for financial freedom. So what's the topic for today? Is this weeds that keep on growing, right? I will show you a full view of what is happening. As you can see, it's not pretty at all. And there was one episode that I did whereby I told you about the importance of a clean farm or a clean environment, right? You don't want pesticides, you don't want rodents, because these things will bring infections to your chickens, and you don't want your chickens to die, right? So meaning, as much as we're focusing on the cleanliness inside a chicken coop, the outside must also be clean. So one major problem that I have on my farm is the weeds that keep on growing. I've been manually doing the work, but they just keep on growing over and over again, and it's a major problem for me because I don't want my chicks to be growing up in an environment that is not good, that is dirty, that is not safe, right? So what did I do? I bought this. This is a herbicide. This is very dangerous, guys, so you have to make sure that you handle it with care. Make sure you don't rub your eyes. Make sure when you mixing you have gloves. So this will kill all this growth. It will kill all of them, remove them. But one thing that you have to know is that once they die off, you cannot plant anything on the soil. Remember, this thing goes deep inside the soil so that there's no growth of any weeds, right? So I bought this. It was around 1,500 rand. So we're gonna be mixing it with water, and we're gonna be putting it on the land, right? So we're gonna be putting it on portions of this land because there are other parts whereby I want to grow trees and I want to plant tomatoes and cabbages for my personal consumption. So meaning, in those areas I'm not going to put in the herbicide, right? So that's the most important thing that I want you guys to know. Yes, it will kill the weeds so that they don't grow, but also at the same time it means other things won't grow. So if you're planning to, grow your onions or whatever on a portion of your farm, it means you shouldn't put the herbicide there, right? So we have gloves. Very, very important. Make sure you don't mix these things with your hands because you'll forget and rub your eyes, which is very dangerous. We don't want you to get organophosphate poisoning, right? We don't want you to poison yourself, and you can actually end up in ICU if you get that kind of a poisoning, right? Safety is very, very important. Make sure you wear your gloves. Make sure you don't rub your eyes after mixing. Make sure immediately after mixing you take off the gloves. You still wash your hands post mixing. So we encourage safety as much as possible, right? So once safety precautions have been done, that's where you start mixing your solution, right? So once you mix your solution and everything has been done, you discard everything and you wash your hands. Make sure you keep them very far away from children, right? You don't want your kids playing with this. You don't want them opening and closing it. So it has to be in a safe space, and whoever is working on your farm must be well informed about the dangers of this, right? So I want to show you a bit of my area and how not great it is. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. We cleaned it a couple of times, a lot of times actually, and it still grows back, right? So we opted for a herbicide. So remember, nothing will grow once we use the herbicide. Can you see how bad this is? Meaning rodents and all those other pesticides can go into my chicken coop, spread the infection, and then now my chickens will die, and that's what we don't want, right? We are all about production. We are all about keeping our chickens as healthy as possible. And remember, I also told you the safety measures. Follow the safety measures, guys. I've dealt with situations whereby patients have been poisoned with organophosphate poisoning. They end up in ICU. So safety is very, very important. I'm telling you this from a medical perspective. So this has been bothering me for a long time, and I'm opting for the herbicide. But there are certain areas that I'm not going to use the chemical because I want to plant some stuff. I want to plant onions. Or you can give me suggestions, guys. What should I plant? So here, I don't think I'm gonna put the herbicide here because I feel like it will be a nice area for me to plant onions, tomatoes, cabbages are a bit of an admin. I think onion, tomatoes, spinach for personal consumption, not for selling. I'm also thinking of planting trees. I feel like we should have, at least like 3 trees, big trees in here, right? Remember, there was one video that I did whereby we cleaned everything. Everything was clean, but look at it now. It keeps on growing back all the time, and it frustrates me because I keep on spending money on this, and 2 months down the line it grows back. So that's why I'm just opting for making sure that the land doesn't grow anything, but I'm gonna choose sections. I emphasize the importance of using safety measures. I emphasize the importance of storing the herbicide in a very safe place, right? If you have children on the farm, make sure you store it away. I don't want situations whereby a child has drank herbicide because they thought it was water. We have had incidences in the hospital whereby children drink paraffin because they thought it was water. So we don't want incidences such as that. Make sure that you store the herbicide far away, and then if you have employees on your farm, you inform them and teach them about the safety of using this. You don't want to be called when you're home, your farmer's calling you that one of them has collapsed because they used the herbicide and then they didn't clean their hands or they didn't use any gloves, and then immediately after that they grabbed something to eat. That happens, and I've encountered such situations in the hospital setting. Okay, so I'm going to use this to measure how many meals we need in 25 liters, right? So I'm gonna put the 25 liters in here. You can see the buckets. This is 20 liters, this is 5 liters, so in total we have 25 liters, right? But because I told you about safety measures, I'm not going to mix this in here. I'm going to mix the herbicide in here, right? Because you don't want to be forgetting and then the next thing you're using this to drink water with it, and then safety measure is very important to me. Remember, guys, I'm a medical professional, so I want you guys to be safe. I want your chickens to be safe, and I want your area to be safe. So safety comes first above everything else. So I'm gonna use this to mix. So this is 20 mils. It's very small. I feel like you can get like a bigger, a bigger syringe, maybe 60 mils or 100 mils, so that as you draw it becomes easier for you, right? Measurement is very important for me as well, because now you don't want to be putting a lot of water with little herbicide. The next thing, the weeds keep on growing again, and then you think that the product is not working. So follow the instruction. They will tell you how many mils are needed for each and every dose, or for each and every 25 liters. So if you follow the measurements, then you'll be doing things correctly, because now you'll be saying you bought this product and it's not working. Maybe you put too little of the herbicide with a lot of water. All right, so let's keep to the measurements and follow the instructions. So this is our 20 liters, and this is our 5. We don't have a 25 liter bucket, so plus the 5 liter from this. So now I have 25 liters in here, right? So we'll be drawing. This is 20 mils, right? So we'll be drawing from here.